Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. On Tuesday, we announced that we had reached a major milestone in our efforts to end the pandemic. 75% of our residents aged 65 and older have been vaccinated, and those doses of hope have been especially welcomed by our older residents. As one of the groups most at risk for complication from COVID-19, our older residents have faced many challenges, including social isolation. Here in Lincoln, however, they have not had to face those challenges alone. Today, we are celebrating the life-saving and life-sustaining services provided by Aging Partners. This important city agency and its community partners have responded to the needs of our aging population with care and compassion throughout the pandemic. And by protecting our seniors from the virus and supporting their needs and their families, our team at Aging Partners embodies the Lincoln way of caring for one another. And this caring service to our seniors matters so much, and it's important to acknowledge that the dedicated public servants at Aging Partners need resources to put their compassionate care into action. And that's why today we are also celebrating the American Rescue Plan, which will provide the urgently needed funding to allow us to continue to provide real, tangible help for our seniors. Help that includes meals, chore services, and transportation, as well as social support for isolated seniors and families. In the first COVID-19 relief package, Lincoln received almost $880,000 for Aging Partners to address the needs of our senior community. The American Rescue Plan relief package will assist us in continuing personal care, homemaker, and chore services to our seniors. Randy Jones, the director of Aging Partners, has been a real champion for Lincoln seniors before and during the pandemic. Randy, thank you so much today for your leadership. Thank you for joining us to tell us more about the services your agency is providing. Over to you, Randy. Oh, Randy, are you muted? I think you're on mute. One of those moments, the mute moment.
There we go. How easy that is. So the pandemic, as well as Zoom, have created a lot of challenges in both need and service delivery for Aging Partners. And I'm really proud of our agency's response and our team of both staff, paid staff and volunteers in what they've done this past year. We really had to shift from an in-person senior center atmosphere to delivering a lot of our services in people's homes. We delivered 35,000 home delivered meals and at the same time checked on those seniors and had conversations with them. We distributed packages of fresh fruits and vegetables and hygiene product. We partnered with Tabitha to provide financial support to their Meals on Wheels program as they saw increased demand for Meals on Wheels. We had to really be creative in finding ways of providing new programming in a safe environment. The mayor supported and provided leadership to us in terms of launching a new program called NeighborLink. And NeighborLink has connected volunteers with seniors to help with things like errands and picking up groceries and picking up library books and providing friendships that we hope will last in the years ahead. We've also been very busy with outreach calls, checking on seniors, providing remote access to our fitness classes, and then helping with seniors at the vaccination clinics. We were very proud of the work we've done. It's been a joy to do it, but we have so much more work to do, and we couldn't do it without this new relief package. We need to provide opportunities to seniors to improve their health, to help regain muscle strength that they've lost during this past year. And we'll be doing that through our Aging Partners Fitness Center and through online instruction. We're going to be enhancing our senior centers to provide social and recreational opportunities to help reduce social isolation and depression in seniors. We're really concerned also about mental health issues. And so we're looking into how can we improve the mental health and depression of seniors that they've acquired over the last year. And then we'll be exploring opportunities to apply the other lessons learned during COVID in new delivery methods. And some of those practices will go on for years to come. The American Rescue Plan is providing help for the community seniors, and it's going to allow us to continue these services into the coming year. And we're very, very proud to continue this work. It's very important to so many people, and that's why I'm glad to join the mayor in recognizing today as Senior Services Appreciation Day. We have two of our staff members who've been very busy working on COVID relief, and I'd like to introduce them. Jean Holtz. Jean is a coordinator for our care management team, and Beth Schuster, who's been responsible for our home delivered meals and managing our service centers as they soon will reopen. Jean, back over to you. And you're also on mute, I think. There you go.
Thanks, Randy. Senior services are a lifeline for many people, and this was especially true during the pandemic. Our team of staff and volunteers provided errands like grocery shopping and other practical services to seniors in need to help keep them safe. We have provided and continue to provide comfort, care, and concern during this time of loneliness and isolation. Beginning last May, Aging Partners staff have delivered weekly produce packages and health and safety kits to older adults. The intent was to protect their physical health by providing nutritious food and limiting their trips into the community. What started as a brief encounter quickly turned into longer and lengthier visits as the months wore on. For many, these visits were the only in-person contacts for months on end. We stood with our masks and our gloves on porches and in driveways in all kinds of weather, talking to our seniors about missed birthday celebrations, about graduation parties that were missed, and having a long holiday season spent alone. 2021 has brought new hope with the vaccines. It has been a fulfilling experience to personally serve many of these very people at our vaccination clinics. A very dear lady that I served during these months told me the first thing she wants to do after being fully vaccinated is to give me a big hug to celebrate what we have been through together. It is truly our joy and mission to help seniors stay in their homes, enjoy their lives, and ensure that their needs are being met. We are very grateful to the mayor for her encouragement and support of seniors and the services that Aging Partners provides. Through her leadership, she has helped seniors stay safe and is now helping many get vaccines. We are very proud to have her proclaim today Senior Services Appreciation Day. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Randy, Jean, for joining us today and for the important work that you do every day. You got me a little misty there, Jean, imagining you and your colleagues out there in the winter months, in those driveways and on those porches, and what a lifeline you have provided. Thank you so much for what you do.
Mayor, I believe Beth Schuster was also.
Okay. We also have another guest speaker, Beth Schuster, who's going to speak with us now. And I will hand the Zoom over to you, Beth.
Oh, hi. Good morning. How are you? You know, I really didn't have anything prepared. I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, it's been such a year. We started in March of last year, and we knew we had to basically repurpose our staff and our senior center managers and our folks that work in our kitchens. And we were able to pull it together, figure out who our homebound seniors were, who needed the help, who needed food continue to be brought to them. And I've been fortunate enough to be in the vans delivering food just to see how things were going. You know, the situations that some of our seniors live in is precarious. They were so happy to see us. They knew we'd be there every day. We felt bad if we weren't there, you know, because of snow or weather related, but otherwise the team went out and every morning, loading these meals, loading the produce packages, loading the care packages whenever they were needed. And the smiles that we got and the cards that we received were just unbelievable. So the team went out. They picked up on some isolating issues that we would report to Jean's team about somebody that was in need. So it basically we just really covered the bases on these seniors and stuff, and took their calls. We hear great things about the artwork that the kids sent out. They hang them in their windows. If you go by, you'll see them hung up. The activities we sent out, the puzzles, the word puzzles that were sent out. It continues to be such a moment and stuff. So we're very, very happy and for your support and everything that you've done to help keep our seniors less isolated.
Well, thank you, Beth. And I recall very vividly being at a vaccination clinic at the arena and meeting Emma as she was about on the eve of her 100th birthday, and how excited she was to see her friends from Aging Partners in person and to be able to thank them for the meals that she's been enjoying while she has stayed at home during the pandemic. So your stories are powerful and your service is profound. Thank you for what you do. And speaking of powerful and profound, the American Rescue Plan is going to give us resources to continue to strengthen these important programs throughout the coming year and ensure that they continue to serve our seniors. I want to thank our federal leaders for moving this plan forward and for their support of our older residents right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And as I said when we started this morning, this is a celebration. And as you heard from some of our friends at Aging Partners, this is a special day. And it's now my pleasure to issue a special proclamation declaring today as Senior Services Appreciation Day in our community. And I will read from that proclamation right now. Whereas seniors contribute to our economy and our social and cultural vibrancy and our collective wisdom, and whereas the services provided by the City of Lincoln and Aging Partners have been just a lifeline for seniors as the global coronavirus pandemic resulted in increased health risks and social isolation for these valued community members. And whereas the American Rescue Plan will provide additional resources to allow the City and Aging Partners to provide enhanced services to our senior residents in a kind, qualified, and person-centered manner. Now therefore I, LEIRION GAYLOR BAIRD, Mayor of the City of Lincoln, Nebraska, do hereby proclaim March 25th, 2021 as Senior Services Appreciation Day and encourage all residents of our city to recognize the dedication and hard work of all those who provide essential services to our older residents. I'm going to sign this proclamation now. All right. At this time, we'd be happy to take any questions the media may have for us today.
Mayor Riley from the Journal-Star.
Hi, Riley.
How are you, Mayor? My question is, do you have a further idea of the amount of relief? I know you spoke last week about $48 million was what we were expecting the City of Lincoln would receive in this American Rescue Plan stimulus grant. But and do you have ideas for what the breakdown of how you'll be able to spend that and how much you might be able to put towards the aging services?
Well, the good news is that in these federal dollars, the federal government has channeled many of them through existing funding structures and formulas to help streamline it and make it more efficient in deploying these dollars locally. So the American Rescue Plan is providing $1.43 billion through the Older Americans Act programs like nutrition services and family caregiver support and evidence-based health promotion services and disease prevention programs. So Lincoln will be getting its fair share of the formula for the $1.43 billion that are being distributed directly to Americans across the country. So we'll have more details about, how that will be spent locally as those dollars arrive in Lincoln.
Question for Randy.
Yes, Riley?
Yeah, Randy, to recap a little bit, did Aging Partners in its services find that more adults that had not and seniors that had not previously interacted with aging partners? Did they receive services in the pandemic because of the nature and sort of vulnerability they had? And do you have any way of quantifying any change in service population?
I don't have a number, Riley, in terms of how many new consumers we saw, but we did. We through a couple different channels. We have an information and referral line we call First Service, which is our entryway into our services. And we have counselors on the end of those phones that take calls and questions from the public about what they can do, who they can contact. Maybe they have some needs that have arisen due to COVID, and they channeled those requests into Jean's office as needed, or referrals to other agencies that they're aware of providing services, or they might provide some just initial services over the phone. That became very active during COVID. We also would receive calls from the general public about home delivered meals that we don't normally have had delivered in the past. And those we worked with Tabitha to add those to a COVID list so that they would be receiving home delivered meals as well. One of the real advantages to these rescue plans is that ordinarily we have some pretty stringent requirements in order to be eligible for services. So, for example, previously our home delivered meals were only provided to shut-ins that did not have the ability to go out of the house due to medical conditions. But with the COVID plans, they've relieved those standards. Our goal has been to help support families to remain in their homes as much as possible without going into a risk area. So they relieved that, provided that flexibility and allowed us to serve more people. I might say we also increased some partnerships with the Asian Community Center, for example, in terms of outreach to seniors in the Asian community, and also with the Ponca tribe of Nebraska.
Any other questions from the media? All right, well, thank you again for being with us today to celebrate Senior Services Appreciation Day. And thanks to Randy and Jean and Beth for joining us. And again, as more good news about the help that is here from the American Rescue Plan unfolds, we will be sharing that with you in the coming months. Thank you so much.